Now, conserving resources. Mona had a nightmare. She dreamt that all the water on the earth had dried up and all the trees cut down. There was no shade and nothing to eat or drink. People were suffering and roaming around desperately looking for the food and shade. Okay, so under the conserving resources, जब हमने ये क्लासेस स्टार्ट किया था तो वहाँ पे हमने देखा था कि मोना और राजू के बीच में एक कन्वर्सेशन चल रहा था। तो मोना यहाँ पे एक ड्रीम देखती है रात में कि जितने भी वाटर थे अर्थ सरफेस पे वो सारा सूख चुका है और जितने भी पेड़ पौधे थे उन्हें कटिंग कर दिया गया, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे कोई शेड नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है, ना तो खाने के लिए ना तो पीने के लिए। और जो पीपल है वो सफ़र कर रहे हैं और वो इधर उधर घूम रहे हैं फूड और शेड के लिए। शी टोल्ड हर मदर अबाउट द ड्रीम एंड अम्मा कैन रियली हैपन, शी आस्क्ड अम्मा कैन दिस रियली हैपन। सी तो मोना क्या करती है, शी टॉक टू हर मदर एंड शी एक्सप्लेन अबाउट हर ड्रीम व्हाट शी सॉ इन हर ड्रीम एंड शी टॉक टू हर अम्मा एंड अम्मा she asked that amma can this happen. So amma replied yes, if we are not careful then even renewable resources can become very scarce and the non renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. What amma is saying, if we are not careful, okay, if we are not careful about the renewable resources, like we have already studied about the renewable resources, the resources which can be renewed by taking the less time, then what will be happen, there will be very scarce on, and if also not conserve the non renewables then definitely exhausted. What can we do about it, Raju asked. Lots replied amma. Okay, so what Raju is asking, he is asking for this to conserve, to in order to reduce this depletion, what we can do, asked the Raju, and replied amma, using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed, carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called the resource conservation. Okay, what is the resource conservation? Using resources carefully. Suppose there is a water, use the water. No one is saying don't use the water, use the water carefully, but you उतना ही अमाउंट यूज़ करो जितना आपको ज़रूरत है, ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा उसे वेस्ट ना करो, ठीक है। गिविंग देम टाइम टू गेट रिन्यूड इज़ कॉल्ड द रिसोर्स कंजर्वेशन, और उन्हें रिन्यूड होने के लिए टाइम देना वो रिसोर्स कंजर्वेशन कहलाता है। Balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for a future is called the sustainable development. And balancing the need and what need of the people to use the resources and also conserve it for the future generation is called sustainable development. See the example. Suppose there is a some trees, okay, surrounding you. What people are doing? People are cutting it. Okay, so just imagine if there is everyone is cutting the tree, what will be the your coming brother, sister and coming generation, what they will see in the nature? They will not get the anything, even they will not able to get the air, okay, fresh air, not water even, because all the trees are getting cutted by the many people. So use the things and conserve it for the future generation. Each person can contribute reducing consumption, recycling, reusing. Ultimately it makes a difference because all our lives are linked. So there is a basically three principle of conserving the anything, like reduce the conservation. Okay, if you are taking 1 2 3 bucket for the bathing, try to reduce it to the bucket and come to the 1 bucket, okay, because just ultimate goal is to clean your body, not to waste the water. So first is a reduce the consumption, then recycle. If there is a waste water, okay, just store the waste water. Suppose a cloth, you are cleaning the cloth, just store the waste water and use it for the sanitation. Now the second is reuse, third is a reuse, use for the sanitation. And what is a recycle means, see what does the happen, whatever the waste garbage, waste material we throw to our outside happen outside, they basically take the things which are recyclable, like they take the plastic material so that they can melt them and they can form the new thing, okay, that is a recycle. Ultimately it makes a difference because all our lives are linked, okay, ultimately it makes a difference because we all are linked Now see what is here, basically we try understand till now conserving resources. Conserving resources में किसी भी चीज़ को सुरक्षित रखना ताकि वो आने वाले जनरेशन को भी चीज़ें मिल सके, तो बेसिकली दैट इज कॉल्ड द कंजर्विंग रिसोर्सेज. तो अंडर हियर वी सॉ देयर विद द कन्वर्सेशन गोइंग बिटवीन द मोना, अम्मा एंड राजू. सो मोना ने एक सपना देखा था. बेसिकली शी सॉ दैट देयर वेयर everything was dried on the earth, no tree, no waters, nothing were there. So people were just going here and there, they were not getting any shade and even a water. Then amma gave this, yes this can be happen, and she just tell why this is happens. He just explain the reason that if people are not carefully using the renewable resources and non renewable resources, that's why this are definitely going to exhaust now. So here we are studying about the what is the resource conservation and what is the sustainable development. Now that evening the children and their friends make packets and shopping bags out of the old newspaper, discarded clothes and basket from a bamboo stick. See what happened after discussing the conversation. Basically three principle: reduce, recycle and reuse. That children and that evening they and their friends make the packets, shopping bags out of the old newspaper and discarded clothes, basket from the bamboo stick. We will give a few to every family we know, said Mona. Okay, Mona said we will give this to the few family to whom we know. After all, it is for a very good cause, said Mustafa. Okay, so Mustafa said, yeah, obviously this is a very good thing which we are going to do. After all, it is for a very good cause, to save our resources and to keep our earth alive. So what Mustafa is saying कि this is a great initiative in order to save our resources and keep the earth alive. I am going to be very careful not to waste paper, said Jessie. Okay, what does the Jessie is replying? She is saying कि I am not going to waste the paper, I will be very careful to use the papers. Many trees are cut down to make a paper, she explained. She also tell many trees are getting cut down to even to conserve the to see make the paper. Okay, so basically here you can see from the all here like people now these kids are understood about the conservation. What is the conservation? They are trying to conserve the things by following the three principle of conservation. 3R, you can just say the 3R. Okay, reduce, recycle, reuse. Okay, so here like if we talk about the Jessie, she is just trying to be careful by using the paper. She is just following the reduce principle. I will see the electricity is not wasted in the my house, shouted Mustafa. Electricity comes from the water and coal. Even Mustafa is saying that we will be careful while using the electricity because electricity also comes from the water and coal. Now, I will make sure that water is not wasted at home, said Asha. Asha. Okay, Asha is a girl and she is saying, I will also be very careful while using the water. I will make sure that water is not wasted. At the Asha is saying that I will be also very careful while using the water. Yeah, every drop of water is a very precious for us and we should save it. Together we can make a difference, chorus the children. Okay, all the children they started shout वो चिल्लाना start करते हैं by the enthusiasm and excitement that together we can make a difference. These are the some of the things Mona, Raju and their friends did. Okay, these are the some things which these are we can say these are the some initiative which are taken by the Mona, Raju and their friends. What about you? What you people are going to, if you are watching this video, what you are planning to save these resources? How are you going to help in conserving resources? How you are going to help this conserving the resources? The future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. Okay, the future of our planet future is basically it's linked with the people, how the peoples are how peoples are maintaining and preserve the life support system which nature is providing to us. Therefore it is our duty to ensure that. That's why it is our duty Therefore it is our duty to ensure that, see, to save the planet and to conserve the natural resources is our duty, and then only we can determine the future of our planet. So there are the something which we individuals should ensure, like all use of renewable resources are sustainable. Okay, what it's saying ki all use of renewable resources are sustainable. Like we are, when we are using the renewable resources, they, that should be the sustainable use. We already understand the use meaning of the sustainable. What is the sustainable define? Sustainable define like use the things without compromising your need and preserve it for the future generation. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved. Second is diversity of life on the earth is conserved. See, don't think like there are some flora and fauna which are existing in our environment. If they are not exist in our environment, basically there will be not properly chain linked will be formed. So diversity of life is also important in our so that, for that you can see there are lots of wildlife, national park, okay, biodiversity, all these are given. The damage to natural environmental system is minimized, and natural environmental system damage is minimized. Like there are lots of due to the deforestation is happening, convert the deforestation into afforestation, okay, and there are lots of forest burning is happening, reduce the forest burning as possible. So all this. Now here we saw the basically conservation. Now we will study the some principle of sustainable development. We already study the what is the sustainable development. Okay, what is the sustainable development? Sustainable development is a uh, development by keeping the things use of sustainable way, in a sustainable way. Now first is a respect and care for the all forms of life. There should be, first one is there should be the respect and care for the all form of life. See, what happened, we generally saw in a street, we saw the dog. Okay, sometimes we get so irritated and see why these dogs are living. Okay, how, why their life is important? They don't do any job, they does not provide any economic benefit to us. Why they are living? No, this is the wrong. You can see many dogs are used for the many purposes. Even the strict dogs, they get the proper like protection and proper environment, they can also be many benefited. So their life is important. So here is a first principle of sustainable development is respect and care for the all forms of life. Now the second was a improve the quality of human life. Just see, there is also need to improve the quality of human life. If there is a human's life is improved and their life is good, okay, so obviously they will get like less expenses will be expend on their life. Like suppose a human being, okay, if he is a healthy person or she is a healthy person, then there is no need to take him to the hospital every time. So obviously here will be resources will be get, use of resources will be get diminished. Got it? So improve the quality of life. How the quality of life can be improved? By taking the good quality of food. Okay, if we take the good quality of food, good quality of, okay, good quality of food, okay, and living in the good environment, this minimize the depletion of natural resources. Sorry, third one is conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. Here third is important to conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. Vitality means varieties of things which are living in a earth's surface that need to be conserved, and even the diversity, their diverse features also need to be conserved. Like diverse different genres of bird, different breed of bird, different breed of animals, all this, plants and any other thing. Minimize the depletion of natural resources. Try to minimize the depletion of natural resources. As I told, see, due to the growth of industrialization, okay, urbanization, globalization, okay, what is happening? Lots of forest area, this forest areas get converted into urban shelter, okay, or suppose some industries are setting, So here where the first earlier were the lots of forest, but after that industries got set up, the forest uh, get depleted, all the trees were cut, so for there were the deforestation. So try to minimize the depletion of natural resources. Now change personal attitude and practice towards the environment. Like, see, try to your person change the personal attitude and practice towards the environment. See, I will just give the one example we study in the beginning of chapter. Here was a one girl whose father used to plant every uh, tree, one plant in on the occasion of her birthday. Okay, so he used to plant one plant on the occasion of her birthday. When she grew at the 20 years old, there was a 21 plants around her. So these are the personal attitude which his father adopted for her daughter. And even if this daughter saw that his father is doing this much for her, she will also means her attitude will also automatically get changed. So try to change the personal attitude and practices towards the environment. Now enable communities to care for their own environment. Now enables the communities to care for their own environment. Like some communities, okay, some communities try to make them habitat, such a habitat, so that they can conserve or they can care for their own environment. Got it? So I hope you are getting it. Now just we will quickly revise what we have studied till now under the conservation resources, conserving resources. So basically conserving resources means protecting the resources. Okay, protecting the resources in such a way that its amount is not get depleted. Okay, under the principle conserving resources, we saw there are the basically three principles. Okay, reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, all these things we study, and we are also study about the sustainable development and resources conservation. Basically resources conservation means use the things as carefully as per the your need, and sustainable development means sustainable use of resources means use the things in such a order that your needs should not be compromised, and it should be also safe for the upcoming generation. So here basically we saw, and here we also completed the principle of the sustainable development. So I hope you have understand this and enjoyed this classes. We will come to the next class with the next topic.